So you're the backup plan. The guy she texts at 11 p.m. The emotional support when her real options fall through. Fear not. I'm here to break down exactly why this happens using science and psychology. And more importantly, how to escape this prison forever. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The Backup Selection Theory. Psychologist Dr. Helen Fisher discovered something devastating in her research. Women unconsciously categorize men into 3 distinct groups: primary options, secondary options, and emotional utilities. You, my friend, are stuck in category 3, the emotional utility drawer. Here's what happens in her brain. She gets validation from primary guys, excitement from secondary guys. But emotional labor? That's your job. You're the unpaid therapist she keeps on speed dial. A study from UCLA involving over 400 participants revealed something crucial. People maintain backup relationships as insurance policies, not because they care about you, but because uncertainty creates anxiety. And you eliminate that anxiety for free. Think about it. She doesn't call you when she's happy. She doesn't invite you to parties. She calls when her real interests reject her, when she needs someone safe to absorb her emotional dumps. But here's what they don't tell you. This dynamic is scientifically predictable and completely escapable. If you want to understand female psychology and stop being everyone's free therapist, hit that subscribe button. Because what I'm about to share next will completely change how women see you. Lesson 2. The Intermittent Reinforcement Trap. BF. Skinner's intermittent reinforcement studies explain why you're addicted to being her backup. Random rewards create the strongest behavioral patterns. Slot machines work on this principle. So does she. She gives you just enough attention to keep you hooked. A late-night text. A compliment when she's drunk. A deep conversation when she's vulnerable. Then nothing for weeks. Your brain releases dopamine every time she contacts you, because it never knows when the next hit is coming. This creates an addiction stronger than cocaine, literally. Brain scans prove it. Here's the scary part. She's not doing this consciously. Women are evolutionarily wired to maintain multiple options. It's survival strategy. You're just collateral damage. A clever study tested this by having men track their mood changes based on female attention patterns. Men receiving inconsistent attention showed dopamine spikes identical to gambling addicts. You're not weak, you're biologically hijacked. Lesson 3. The Scarcity Reversal Method. Remember Dr. Robert Cialdini's scarcity principle? Here's how to weaponize it. Stop being available when she's lonely. Start being scarce when she needs you most. Next time she texts you at midnight with her problems, don't respond immediately. Wait. Make her wonder where you went. Because right now, you're like air to her. Essential but invisible. Lesson 4. The Proximity Paradox. Stanford researchers discovered something counterintuitive. Emotional proximity without physical escalation actually decreases romantic attraction in women. The more emotional labor you provide without physical progression, the deeper you sink into friend zone quicksand. She shares her deepest secrets with you, cries on your shoulder, tells you things she won't tell anyone else. This feels intimate. But to her brain, you're becoming her girlfriend, not her lover. Women compartmentalize emotional and physical attraction differently than men. When you only provide emotional value, you get categorized as safe. Safe equals unsexy. Unsexy equals backup plan. Here's what you need to understand. She doesn't keep you around because she might want you someday. She keeps you around because you're useful now. Lesson 5. The Neurobiological Truth. Let's talk neurobiology. When women are sexually attracted to men, their brains release norepinephrine and phenylethylamine. These chemicals create excitement, anxiety, and obsession. But when women see you as emotional support, their brains release oxytocin and serotonin instead. These chemicals create bonding and comfort, not attraction. Comfort is the opposite of desire. A study from Emory University scanned women's brains while thinking about different men in their lives. Men they were attracted to activated reward centers. Men they used for emotional support activated the same regions as thinking about family members. You're literally triggering her brother response, not her lover response. The harsh truth? If she wanted you romantically, she wouldn't use you emotionally. Women don't typically have deep emotional conversations with men they're trying to attract. They have them with men they're trying to use. Hit subscribe if this is making uncomfortable sense. Because recognizing this pattern is the first step to breaking free from it. The final truth. Genetic compatibility override. But here's the most brutal truth of all. Even if you escape the backup zone, even if you become scarce, even if you stop providing free therapy, it might still not matter. Recent studies in evolutionary psychology show that women have unconscious mate selection criteria that override conscious decisions. Pheromone compatibility, facial symmetry calculations, voice pitch preferences, MHC molecule detection through scent. If you're not genetically compatible, no amount of strategy will create genuine desire. You can become the most scarce, most mysterious, most unavailable man on Earth. But if her DNA doesn't recognize yours as optimal for offspring, you'll always be fighting biology. Here's what this means practically. Some women will never see you as more than backup. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because evolution programmed them to seek different genetic combinations. The good news? There are women whose biology aligns with yours. Women who will chase you the same way you've been chasing her. Women who will see you as their primary option from day one. Stop wasting time on women whose DNA rejected you before you even opened your mouth. Start looking for women whose biology recognizes your value immediately. That's the difference between being someone's backup plan and being someone's first choice. Biology doesn't lie, and neither should you to yourself. The question isn't how to make her want you. The question is why you want someone who doesn't want you. Think about that.